The year 1995 was the year it all began. Now, what exactly began? The dot-com boom. This was the first time the world was getting to see the internet, tech startups, and basically the World Wide Web as a whole, or, the dot-com domain, hence the name dot-com boom. And the funny thing about this era is every mid developer, you could be like the most middest developer to date, and you'd still have a job. Unlike today, where like nobody's getting jobs because of how competitive the scene is. Apart side from that is like people also had companies, right? People were starting their own companies just to take advantage of the dot-com boom, and investors were pouring in that money. Now, why am I talking about the dot-com boom when it happened such a long time ago? Well, I'm talking about the dot-com boom because the same thing is happening right now with AI, right? With AI, we are seeing a lot of different things happening that are very similar to what happened with the dot-com boom. AI is booming, dot-com boom was booming. AI, you can make a lot of money, dot-com boom, you can make a lot of money. Now, we've all seen how ChatGPT literally changed the world like 2-3 years ago, right? Like people started cheating because of ChatGPT. There was so much happening because of just ChatGPT alone. And that was 2-3 years ago. Now we have, GPT-o1, Dolly, Kevin, and so many AI apps that I can't even like name them all just because of how many there are. From all of this, like we're still in the beginning of AI and people don't realize that. People think we're like at the end. No, we're like right in the beginning. The funny thing is if you ask someone what was their biggest regret during the dot-com boom in their career, right? They're going to say not taking advantage of the dot-com boom because of how much money was pouring in from investors, right? It's funny because everybody was investing into software companies during the dot-com boom. And the same is happening right now with AI, right? 50% of all Y Combinator investments are towards AI apps. And Blackstone plans to invest $2 trillion into AI over the next 5 years. Like, that's insane. Also, if you go to San Francisco, right, almost everybody there is bullish on AI. Like, they're just creating AI apps left and right, taking full advantage of the situation. The time has changed where, like, you don't need, like, a group of, like, 100 guys and, like, you need, like, this many resources, you need that, you need this, just to create, an app. You can create one alone. I've seen it happen. Now you might have questions, based on that, like, how do I get started or what should I do? Well, it's simple. You just start building and shipping. Really, the first step to all of this is just coming up with an idea, right? And my advice is don't look for, recreating Facebook or like, recreating Snapchat or like something that requires like this complicated back end with like a bunch of different APIs, a bunch of different data. You don't need any of that, right? All you need is something simple, right? Think of like issues that you're running into right now as a consumer and like how AI can solve those. And that can be like the AI product that you ship out. Or, if you have a business, see what issues your business is running into, right? And like how AI can solve that and like just ship that out. Honestly, make it as simple as possible. The simpler it is, the better it is. And here's why, because, you can ship quick, you can fail fast, right? You can either make a lot of money or you just don't make anything and you move on to the next product. Something that requires a very complicated back end, you're gonna take a lot more effort, a lot more resources, and it's overall just gonna be a little more draining, right? I've seen the simple apps succeed more than the complicated ones up to date right now. The second step is building. Now, you don't need a big team to build, right? And honestly, in the beginning, you don't even need any investors or any additional bodies. It could literally just be you that builds the app. Just build what you can, right? This is Zach. This is Blake. They came up with an AI calorie tracking app called Cal AI, and this app absolutely blew up. Like, when I tell you blew up, right? I mean, like, everybody's using it. Everybody's talking about it. Like, it's crazy how fast it blew up. And they made millions. And now they're on to just doing other things, right? I don't even think they had investors. I think they literally just got a group of friends together and just started building this app and then just shipping it out, right? Like Blake over here, his first app was called Riz GPT. That all it did was just show you how to riz up girls. Like, it's literally that simple. Third step and last step is shipping out the product. Sometimes a minimum viable product or MVP is not enough and you might need more juice into the product, right? And I don't mean steroids when I mean juice. I mean like money and resources, right? And in order to get resources into that product, you might just have to go with investors, especially, in the beginning where like you can't even get an MVP out. You might just need investors. And this could be VCs, this could be angel investors, mom, dad, friend, cousin, sister, whatever you want to name it, right? Anybody that can help financially or with resources that can really give that product the push it needs. Or sometimes if you are able to get an MVP out, then just release the MVP and whatever money that comes in through like subscriptions or however you're selling the product, take that money and just enhance the product that way, right? That way you're not even giving up any equity. Different approaches may work better for like different solutions. That's not really a one size fits all. And that's it. You now have an AI app that's in the market. So what's next? Now, it might fail, it might succeed. And if it's your first one, it most likely will fail. Take advantage of the opportunity, right? Take advantage of this era. There's a lot to be made with this era, whether that's money, connections, experiences, you have it right here, right now, right? Even if the first one fails, second one will succeed, third one will succeed. It's time to lock in and take advantage of every situation you can in this era.